curl there though today, so that's progress.
Nice.
Was
That's
it
the
gear?
way.
No
All
gear?
right. Sure. Yeah. All right. We're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekly Strength Club, whatever this is, stream, podcast. What are we? What is this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I always just say the
We're
weekly
just
strength
dudes
club
on the
Q&A.
internet, man.
Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds
Mhm.
good. Yep. Chase Lindley. Hello, Chase.
What's up, guys?
Yep. Chase is the head coach at Starting Strength OKC.
That's correct.
That's correct.
been
How's
there,
everything
what?
going down
I love
there?
this intro, Mick. This intro
I
is
know it's
slam,
shit,
I'm
man.
so
fucking
prepared.
slam dunking.
No,
I
man.
haven't done this for
but
like
yeah,
a couple of months. It's like I'm rusty.
I know. Yeah, this is the first one
But
in a
yeah,
minute.
I'm the-
We have Dan Lee here. Dan Lee said first time live viewing, watch a few replays. Welcome, Dan. Yeah, feel free to shoot us
Dan,
any
just
questions.
turn it off, man. Dan, this is gonna get fucking weird. You're gonna go down a rabbit hole. Just hang on
Dan's already
tight.
gone. He's already
Man, that's already totally gone.
And Alex Kosari, Starting Strength Coach. G'day, Alex.
How's it going, Mick?
What have you done to your finger? Firstly, that's my first question for you.
A fingernail ripped off. Like half of it
Nice.
just flipped up in practice. So I just had to bend it down and tape it up. I'm going to deal with this after. Yes, for everybody's reference, I'm coming straight from practice, straight from guy touching practice.
Nice.
So it was about. I had to teach the kids. That was about an hour, and then 2 hours of guy touching practice. Don't laugh, Mick. This is very serious. I guess you're over there. Don't laugh,
All I've
Mick.
heard so far is you're touching kids and you're touching guys and you rip the fingernail. That's all. And you're very sweaty.
Yeah,
That's all
it happens, man. It happens. No, but we had a really good practice. It was a good one. I think probably at least 600-700 calories. I think burned. So it was a decent one. So what do we do? What do we do on this weekly show? Who would like to tell me? Mick, do you have a Toastmaster level public speaking answer?
I do. But first, I wanted to ask you what you were drinking because that looked like some interesting. An interesting.
It's just
beverage.
Coke. It's Coke. That's it.
It's not Coke though. What is it? It's something else. It's like some sort of.
It's a knockoff.
It's Costco.
It's
Sam's.
knockoff. It's Sam's Club Coca-Cola. Yeah, dude.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
I'm cutting right now, so I drink a tremendous amount of diet soda. I barely drink any water. It's just diet soda. That's it.
I was going to say you were looking a bit fat on the last stream, so it's probably.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trimming it down.
You're going from 8%
Yeah.
body fat to 6. Is that the goal?
No, it's diet Coke generally. I have so this is going to seem stupid. So I have the gray one. This has caffeine in it. This is the morning drink. This does not have caffeine in it. This is the PM Diet Coke. That's what it is. I think I just really took that Trump tweet to heart. Do you guys remember the Trump tweet about Diet Coke?
No.
He said, "I've never seen a fat person drinking a Diet Coke," and then an exclamation point at the end. Or no, what was it? It was I've never seen a skinny person drinking a Diet Coke. That's what it was. I totally flipped that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a classic Trump tweet, and it got me in a Diet Coke a few years ago. So yeah, I was like, man, I just gotta start drinking Diet Coke.
All right. Well, let's get in a couple of form checks. Hey, let's. We got this guy. This guy had some interesting sound effects going on. Can you hear the soundtrack?
Yes. It's very K-boppy.
Whoops. Try and get these things out of the way. Better. There we go.
There you go, Mick.
It has been a while since I've done this.
It has.
Well,
all right. So
what's
for those of
guy's
us,
name again, Mick?
Keithy P, I think.
I think it's Keefy. Keefy P. Yeah, Keith P.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So
like
from last time,
remove the. God damn it!
No, Chase, please go.
Who has the talking stick?
The conch. Who has the conch?
All right. From last time, yeah. You can definitely see an improvement with just the shoes, one, and then the no rubber. So now he has a little bit more of a solid contact for his midfoot, for his balance.
Yeah, so within a week. So I've had clients who have shit around with getting weightlifting shoes for like 3 months, and it kills me. This guy, he changed his flooring and got weightlifting shoes within probably 6 days of us asking him to. So that was very
Yeah.
nice of you, Keith. Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah, these look much better now. He looks much more stable. Do you think these are a bit high,
Huh.
Chase? What do you think about depth?
Yeah, I think these are high, and definitely he's jacking up his chest.
Mhm.
So with this change in balance and stuff, you're gonna have to kind of deload just a little bit, so you can kind of feel and basically calibrate your sense of midfoot, because you're used to doing it just basically change all this. And sometimes this helps with people once they kind of get that initial first set going with the shoes, but I think you need to still deload just a little bit so you can kind of figure it out, your balance and stuff like that, and then more importantly, just staying leaned over.
Yeah, we want you to be really confident about what you're doing. So like, it's not the end of the world to take, 30, 40 pounds off the bar. You'll run back through that in no time. But anything that you can do to kind of stack the deck in your favor. So it's like, I'm making sure I'm doing my technique correctly. I'm making sure I'm feeling confident about it. Those are all big pluses. So like Chase was saying, take a little bit of weight off and then get back to it. We got a question from Dan as well. All right, let's see. Yeah, Dan said for mature lifters, any advice on adjusting frequency, recovery, and intensity? I'm on the wrong side of 50. He's redoing the NLP and doing a 2x5 at 245. Chase and I are probably going to have some different answers on this. Chase, what do you think?
So if you walked into my gym, Dan, man, I'm gonna still probably keep you with fives. I mean, if you're able to recover and stuff like that from fives, I wouldn't do it like a 2x5, mainly just a 3x5. And then
Mhm.
from there, we're going to slowly adjust, um, basically just the volume. So your 3x5 and your squats slowly morphs into maybe like a 3x3. We're still hitting the intensity as long as you can recover from it. And then again, just adjusting how we're presenting that intensity. So maybe doing like a top set and back offs, stuff like that, making sure your pulls are going up nice. Um, just some kind of standard stuff that we would normally change in a novice linear program, for the selected lifts. But it again, just if you're fucked up because of the COVID, like I've had several people with like long COVID and just like their VO2 max and their ability to, kind of just breathe and stuff like that, it's a little bit impacted. You may have to adjust what you're doing and get that back to normal.
Mhm. I would say my first piece of advice: go take more vaccines. Probably get 6 or 7 of them, because
Get all the boosters.
you probably had at least 2. So that means you're at least 2 or 3 behind. So you just got to keep
Mm.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, to prevent long COVID, I've just been going to different hospitals and just different name every single time. Just keep getting my series. I think basically you're just it's gonna act as if you're just a more advanced lifter than you are. That's basically it. You're gonna get through your LP a little bit sooner than someone who's
Mhm.
20 years your junior would. Nothing really has to change procedurally. As much as you think. I wouldn't try to get ahead of anything and then say, "Well, I have to start with 2 sets of 5." That's really not enough work. Um, Here we go. I didn't go to the gym because of COVID, but I never got it. There you go, man. The real trick is to never play the game. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, so I've never preemptively pulled anyone down to 2x5. Have you done that, Chase?
No.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I've never preemptively done 5x5. The only times I've done preemptive triples is if it's a female, older, and if she needs a lot of practice, kind of unracking the bar, getting it set up, needs kind of more time, more sets to feel confident with the lift. Then I'll like up it to 5 or 6 sets, hit triples, things like that. Um, Anything else, Chase, on this one?
No, I mean, basically just watch like the lifts here, like the squat and the deadlift, and making sure that they're not too stressful and that you can recover from them. I think you'll be fine doing the bench and the press. Um, just kind of just again a normal 3x5, and then slowly trying to increase the intensity on that. But for mainly the squat and the deadlift, that's going to be the two that really beat you up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Right.
a lot of old guys can just hammer the bench just as much as a young guy can.
Yep.
Frankly, yeah.
I recently just had a 62-year-old PR a bench at 315. Like that dude's,
Sick.
yeah, the dude's
Oh, yeah.
fucking kicking ass.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
How big is he? Is he a big guy?
He's probably about your height, so y'all are both like,
5'1",
gnomish.
5'2"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of small. But like he's been very active all of his life, ex-military
Nice.
stuff like that. But definitely, man, he's kicking ass.
That's awesome.
Nice.
How's it going, G-Lock?
G-Lock. Friends.
Hi,
All right,
friends.
let's get another video going. Old mate Tejo.
Oh, Teo.
Affleck.
Chase, how was your interview with Ray? Was that a fun time?
I hate him. Like,
Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Cool.
The amount of
Yeah.
work I have to do just to get on this stream. I mean, it's all day, man. It's very stressful.
Well, we're a highly advanced technical, organization
We
here,
truly
Chase, with a lot of security checks, and have to do a background check on you as well, and
Dude, is Teo just gonna hit a single and then stumble
I
off?
think so. I think he sent us another
his
video
hair
as
and-
well.
What a stud!
I think I got another
Yeah,
video.
that was a good interview,
It was like
Chase.
Thank you.
I watched the whole thing. I will say I watched it at 1.5 times speed, but it was mostly because of Ray. I feel like he talks really slow.
He probably watches your interview. He probably watches your streams at about 0.75 speed because you talk really fast.
Sorry, man. Okay, here we go.
You got a lot to say.
That's it. Teo said, I sent a set of 5 and this is a single. Okay.
I'll get the other video up as well because that was cool.
All right, so while we're waiting for Teo's actual set, any advice on a strained hip flexor? Went down too fast in a squat with poor form at 200 pounds, felt a crack at a pop, then soreness around the area, and it gets stiff at night. It's been about 2 weeks. What do you think, Chase?
I mean, the hip flexor kind of problems that I've experienced is like, one, I've gone too low in my squat depth, or two, like if I'm continuously letting my knees move around. So what does a hip flexor do? Of course, it flexes the hip, kind of hence its name. But if you are really leaning over into the bottom and you're really exceeding that range of motion, that's what we would call normal, it's going to put a little bit too much strain on that hip flexor. But who knows if it actually is that? I mean, it could be like a psoa, it could be an ab. I would like to see or actually describe a little bit more like what pain you're actually getting. So if it's soreness, like, is it like a deep ache, or is it like a kind of like a pinch, all that stuff?
Yeah, the way that someone in the situation describes it's going to be most of our clues. So it's like he said he felt a crack and a pop. There's not really any structures in the anterior side of the hip. They're going to produce, a crack. You're not going to have that same feeling like of crepitus, like when if you crack your knuckles or something like that. I would recommend reading. I wonder if I can actually just type this into the chat. Let's see. So I put in, if you look up the article, the Active Hip 2.0. Did Steph write that or Rip write that, Chase?
I don't know.
Okay. One of the two of them wrote that. It's called the Active Hip. It explains the anatomy of the anterior side of the hip in relationship to the squat. That's probably your first place to start. Because if I had to bet, the toes are probably too forward, the knees are probably too forward, you're not clearing that space. And then what ends up happening is that you're just jamming a bunch of tissue together, So like you want to give that kind of room to breathe on top of all the stuff that Chase said. So how do you feel about this one, Chase?
Yeah.
He said he's 51 and he can't do fives.
I don't know, Johnny, are you a fat ass or are you like a normal person? Right? Because if you're a fat ass, then that's bad.
Yeah.
That's what people come. That's what
No,
people
you
come to
remember?
this for.
You remember Johnny G though, right?
Yeah, I think a little bit of his.
He was the one who
videos and stuff like that.
he keeps visibly bruising his hamstrings during the deadlift.
I think we've got an
That's
actual
right.
form check from him as well. Do you want to have a look at that while we're talking about him?
Yeah, man, toss it up. We'll keep shit talking Jonathan Jacob Jingleheimer Smith here. But yeah, he has very lean calves. His calves are just fucking shredded, as far as I remember. He has kind of that older guy, a little pot belly. Very stiff-legged deadlift. It is a very stiff-legged deadlift.
Yeah.
Mick, this is
All right,
grayed
I
out on
remember.
our screen.
See, I've been having a couple of trouble with some of these videos. You can't see it at all?
Chase, can you see it?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we're having
You're
some
just going to have to
trouble with
describe
some
it to us.
of these videos. Yeah, well, you're definitely right about the carbs. I'll see if I can work out another solution for that. Anyway, you guys
Oh,
keep
you can just go
going.
to Reddit.
No, I mean,
All right, so I
Uh,
guess we can talk about recovery. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I
So
think
like
Tejo
with
had
Johnny,
another
like,
video. Oh, go on.
so which one are we looking at?
Well, we're going to look at Tejo's other one.
Okay.
Gotcha. Well, real
We can
quick,
do
so like
both.
with like the Johnny thing, like Johnny, like I think Barbell Prescription really put this eloquently. So you have your phenotype, how your genes are expressed, and how you look, and then you have your genotype, right? Basically, like the stuff that works on the inside. So the vast majority of 51s out there, they don't really seem like a 51-year-old. They seem more like a 71-year-old or even older, or just how they act and they function in daily life. But Johnny, you're someone active, right? And you've took it upon yourself to get even more active and to become stronger. So your phenotype, how that's expressed, is going to be a little bit different than just 51. It could be younger, and so that kind of affects a little bit about how we would program it. Maybe you can do fives, but just we kind of have to dial back the intensity. But more than likely, it's just adjusting the frequency of lifts and then the intensity on them, and then you could probably do fives. But again, threes are just fine in your case if you're kind of older.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if you're trying to do limit sets of 5x5s all the time, or 4x5s, or whatever you're doing, it's going to be hard no matter who you are. You got to manage the intensity, manage the weight on the bar. That's going to be your biggest challenge for sure.
Oh, this thing's just spinning.
So it seems like we have Johnny G's form check coming up. Mick, shut your camera off, by the way.
Shut my camera off.
Yeah, I want to see if that makes this Reddit a little bit less clunky, because you're just less bandwidth requirements. Try a different post, I think, at this point, Mick.
A different post.
Mm-hmm.
See, this one's working.
All right, I guess we're starting with this guy.
It's choppy as fuck.
This is a choppy
Is
one.
it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can still get the details that we need here. His stance is too narrow. His toe angle is too wide.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, other than that, it's pretty good squat.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I
It's
think he
smoother this
maybe.
time.
Is that like an extension, like those yellow things?
Yeah, so
That's
those
not
are
part of the
dip
rack.
stands. Those are dip bars.
Yeah. So is he using that as the safeties, I guess?
Yeah, I think he hits the safeties of the normal squat rack, so he has to walk it out farther and then
Also,
do it there.
he is going kind of deep too. So if you just cut it off a little bit, I bet those pins are going to be at the fine height.
Yeah, dude, I would recommend just kind of widening your stance out a little bit, reducing the toe angle, and then that should clear it up.
Mm-hmm.
I
like how Mick's just not in the stream anymore.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hold on. Mick, can you say something?
No. Hello, I'm just doing stuff.
Just in the shadows.
Your partners must love you with that pelvic thrust. I like that. That's a good. That's the highest voted comment on
there
this
you go,
form
man.
check. What else we got?
Oh, here we go.
What a madman. 10 out of 10. How do you have time to breath and hold?
Breathe and hold.
Okay. Good balance and good cadence. Is that a thing?
I've never heard that one. A good cadence.
Dude, I talk about cadence nonstop.
Yeah. So he says that built-in safeties are too high.
Yeah.
Stop bringing your hips forward at the top. That's Louis Simmons shit. Okay.
Yeah, the little hip thrust. It's not super necessary. I'm not sure because it's like essentially the glutes aren't as super loaded there. I mean, like to get whenever people coach about squeezing the glutes at the top of the deadlift, at the top of the squat, it's more or less unnecessary.
Hey, Johnny G's removed his video. That's why I couldn't watch it.
Oh, amazing.
Post it and then, all right, let's have a look at this one.
All right, this is by Thunderbull. Again, a pretty sick nickname.
This guy's got a sick haircut as well, I think.
He's doing the mohawk? Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a mohawk / rat tail.
You got to get there, Chase. You got to just do mustache mohawk.
I'm trying to, man.
You could just do full Hulk Hogan. You're a very Hulk Hogan looking type of guy. If you start tanning,
Tim made this joke last week. He was going to like tear his singlet off when he walks into the gym.
Hell yeah.
It's all I can think about anytime I see Chase.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is just a Hogan type of guy.
Yeah. then make a sex video with his friend's wife, and make $150 million. That's how it works, right?
Yep.
I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Anyway.
Kind of the same thing as the last guy. It's a little bit high bar, low bar. Stance is too narrow. Just widen your stance out, dog.
Yeah, I'd still like to see a little bit more tension on the hamstring. So kind of sitting back, kind of think about stretching them back and loading your hips going down, and this will be golden.
Nice. 10 out of 10 from Hellgod 33. There you go.
I just like it. It's just men supporting men. That's good.
That's right.
Everybody's just being nice. All right, who's this guy?
Kev Zumba.
Kev Zumba. All right.
Kev Zumba.
All right, stance is not narrow. That's promising. Chase, how are you feeling about these?
Dude, I don't know what it is with Reddit, but these are actually like not bad squats. Like
these are not bad.
There's some little things to change, but I mean, like with this guy, it says staying bent over a little bit longer. So at the initial start, like putting the belt buckle in between your legs and keeping that down as you stand up. But I mean, maybe narrow the stance just a little bit. I'm looking for like some fucked up motherfuckers, man. This is Reddit after all.
Oh, he's got a starting strength coach comment here. Stance is too wide. There you go.
Stance is not too wide.
It's a little too wide.
He's saying it's a little
eyes
too
down,
wide.
bent over.
See, that's an interesting thing that a lot of I think there's contention regarding the stance with, because it's like I don't think if he narrowed it, he would get a little bit more knee, more knee flexion. I don't think markedly more hip flexion. You know, like if he's finding a good bounce, he's south of depth. He has the correct toe angle. I don't know why I would narrow the stance. What do you think, Chase?
Maybe if like an adductor issue, but I mean that's for like a really egregious wide stance. Like this guy is just he's fine. Like he has bigger problems than to worry about his stance right now, and that's more so just having his back angle constant and a more horizontal back angle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the big thing is leaning over, staying in the hips, for sure. I don't think the stance width is really prohibitive there.
And that starting strength coach saying the same thing, bend over. Do you think we're actually starting to have effect on the starting strength Reddit? Do you think that's why we're getting better quality form checks?
I hope so.
I would hope so, dude.
Let's have a look at this guy.
All right, this one's probably trash.
I don't know. Why do you say that, Alex? Why?
I don't know. Anytime I see those big poofy basketball shoes, I always assume it's gonna be bad.
Here we go, man.
Oh, this video is dying on me. Let's try it again.
Mick, do you have a Mac or do you have a Windows PC?
I'm using Linux.
Are you using Linux right now?
No, I'm not using. I'm on a Mac.
Oh damn, you're fucking with me. I'm so excited.
You got so excited. You got so excited.
I was like, why is Mick having so many problems with his computer?
It's my internet at the moment. But did you guys get enough of that first squat?
Yeah, watch the video.
Like typical fucking gym bro squat.
Yeah, it's almost not worth in some situations, you know, like this guy isn't squatting 405 to that depth and he's very kind of settled in his ways. He's clearly a very new lifter, so that's totally fine. We've caught you early enough in the process where you can just fix everything. Go back down to the empty bar, watch the video. You know, you will have to redo 3 weeks of work. It's not like, you know, you've already squatted 315 and you only know how to quarter squat. You're still brand new. So, watch the videos and do those.
Yep.
This one. I like the auto moderator. Please check out
What is this compound lift tutorial playlist? What is that?
A robot can tell how much you fucking suck.
The learning to squat video. All right, cool. All right.
Hey, that's not bad.
Well, same guy, deadlifting.
Ugh.
Oh, he's taking the poofy shoes off now.
Is that his hat or is that hair? I can't tell.
I think it's a turban.
Yeah, I think.
I feel like turbans are hats. They count as hats, right?
You just started a
Some
what
shit.
happened there? He's got his other video in there as well. He snuck it in.
Mm. Okay, yeah, watch the fucking video, dog. Good
Yeah,
on you
this
for
is-
getting out there.
Yeah.
He did say be as harsh as need be, so I think calling his turban a hat is probably up there.
That's I mean, he's gonna slice you with a fucking sword
A
next time he
scimitar.
sees you. Yeah.
Here we go. We got some good action going on here.
Power clean. Damn.
Ooh.
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's like that fan is just in a perfect position for him to crop dust the entire gym with one of his farts.
It is. This is true. All right, Chase. How would you fix this?
So this is, man, it's learning to push with the leg. So like he is just basically picking this all up with his back. He's still kind of just finding, the start of this position here, because like one, you can kind of tell he's not used to having his hips up so high, but from there it's just all back. Like his knees are still bent as the bar passes him. So getting him in a position to where the bar is 1 inch away from his shins, and then his hips stay where they are, and then he learns to push the floor away while dragging the bar up his legs. That's going to be golden for him.
You're too far away from the bar and the back is rounded. That's a good cue.
Mm-hmm. You clearly don't know where you are.
Damn.
Bam!
Damn.
Get in there, son.
Who the fuck is
I
this
know.
guy? He's just letting everyone
That's-
know.
Ain't okay.
You clearly don't know where you are.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
All right.
I like to start interactions like that. I'm like, you do not know who you're messing with.
You're a moron.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting because he couldn't figure out back extension in the concentric phase, but he could figure it out on the eccentric.
Yeah, it was
so-
kind of a weird one.
Yeah, that one you could coach to the, if in person you could coach to that in 5 minutes. That person, he
Definitely.
knows how to set his back, he just doesn't know when to do it. So that'd be an easy one.
This guy's lifting with Parkinson's. That's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. Is that in the post, or are you just trying to make fun of this?
No, I'm making a joke because he's just shaking
yeah.
uncontrollably.
You weenie. If I could combine the last two guys, they would have one good deadlift.
Yeah, exactly. Like his start position's great, but he just can't fucking hold back extension.
And the other guy, he was desperately trying to hold on to back extension on the way down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if we combine these two, you would just have one guy who's probably about as dark as me with an okay deadlift.
Mhm.
That's how the math checks out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lower back
Make that dynamic.
extension is such an interesting concept.
Mm. Yep. Okay. Yada yada. Actually, the comments aren't too bad today.
Those aren't too bad,
Here
yeah.
we go.
Here we
This one
go.
will have 488 comments. Grinding.
Ah,
Get it. There we go.
Damn.
there it is.
If only she just laid back, that would have been way easier.
Yeah, if only the bar was in the right spot. Damn.
See, she's laughing to herself because she knows, man, I should have just laid back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mick, can you try and pause that like halfway up the rep? I believe in you, Mick. You can do it.
Is that where you
Yeah.
wanted it?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So
I
this is
mean,
a really
that's-
good example of a very heavy weighted front raise and a little bit of a curl. Yeah, so this is just someone pressing very far in front of their face. So some of the cues that we like to use are like, hey, try to hit your nose with the bar on the way up. Kind of graze your chin, graze your bangs, anything like that. Chase, are there some other cues that you like to use to help people get the bar aiming back at their face?
Hit the chin, eyebrows. If they're wearing glasses, knock off your glasses, or a hat, knock
Mm-hmm.
off your hat.
Yeah,
For women, like brushing your hair back, it works like almost every single time.
yeah, brush your bangs out
Press
of the way.
back
It's a good
towards
one.
your ears, stuff like that. Or like if I had this woman in my class, like I doubt any real cues are going to get to her, verbal cues. But if I stand in front of her and be like, "Hey, don't hit me with this bar," that's going to help a lot.
Yep. Yeah. So if you just imagine basically like if someone was standing right in front of where her elbow was, it was like, do not hit me in the face. She'd probably get in the right position. Most of the times this comes from a bad bottom. So like if someone generally, if they let their elbows get too far back and down, or if their wrists are like this, or if the wrists are here, this is kind of the most common thing you'll see is people being here. And then when they press, it'll go that way instead of it
Mhm.
going up. So we want the wrist to be straight and the elbows to be in front of the bar. And that solves most of the problems. There's a good video from Nick Delgadillo. I think it's the elbows in the press or the bottom position of the press, something like that, that really goes over how you should be holding the bar. I believe that was filmed at the February seminar because I was there. I do remember that. But watch that video, and then that should solve most of the problems. Anything else, Chase?
No, it's just really impressive. It looks like this bar is like attached to chains, and she's just kind of like posing for a photo.
Yeah,
I just like I've never seen the bar so far away. That is pretty impressive that she ground that out.
all the way out.
Yep. Okay.
There's not an egregious amount of simping. That's nice.
No, there's not. Well, let me get down to the bottom. We'll see what happens.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yada yada. Right. I'm brand new to powerlifting and need some advice. Cool.
Oh, here we go. Is starting strength right for me?
All right. Let's have a look at this. Main concern is
I have a
this program
feeling
might be
the
too
answer is
difficult.
going to be yes. I'm only on day 2 and have some doubts. My main concern is the program might be too beginner, but on the flip side, I know I'm not very strong in the grand scheme of things. For reference, here are my stats before starting strength after 2 years of training for mostly aesthetics. So after 2 years of his aesthetics training, he weighs 160 pounds. That is not very many pounds. He pulls 325, high bars 240, benches 205, presses 105. Man, this is like a textbook case of what not to do. This was achieved doing 6 days a week of push-pull legs. He was not writing down his lifts, not tracking anything besides his first set of compound lifts. Fucking damn, dude. So since he's
Jesus.
on day 2, he's squatting 190, benching 155, deadlifting 255, and OHPing 95. How would you correct this man, Chase, aside from hitting him with a stick?
I mean, you're just gonna have to drill into him, man. Like, look, if you come in 3 days a week, you keep track of all this shit, and you're very consistent in doing this thing in an orderly manner, you are literally going to go leaps and bounds of where you were just by fucking off. Like, I mean, it's flabbergasting that they can't see that. Like, you actually have now somewhere to follow, whereas like you were literally just jumping around and hoping for the best. It's going to take time. Like, we're not asking you to squat 4 or 5 in the next coming week, but now you have a game plan, and just follow the game plan, and you're going to have great success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he was so presumably he probably started at maybe like 150-ish pounds. I mean, let's say in a good case scenario, he's gained 10 pounds, and he's pressing 105 after 2 years. That's no bueno, boys. That is no bueno. So like, hey, you do your LP, you go to the flip to the diet section of the book, and it's Rip just pointing at you and telling you to eat and stop being a baby about it. Gain 30, 40 pounds over the next year, put a few hundred pounds on all your lifts.
All right. Bloat Lord. Cool.
Bloat Lord.
Oh, here we go. Everyone in this sub is a fanatic and is going to approach you like they're recruiting for a cult.
What the fuck is he doing in the channel then?
I don't know, man. His name is Forsaken Avocado 671. Not a good nickname, unfortunately. Man.
Bench form check.
Here we go. Is this Turban guy?
No. His son.
Yeah, this looks like a high school kid.
Rybert 578.
Okay. I pray his real name is not Rybert. What do you think, Chase? How would you handle this lovely young gentleman touching too low on his chest?
Yeah, I mean, like that's kind of the big thing here. So think like your elbows are pulling the bar down instead of just trying to locate where the touch point is with the bar. So look, your hands are connected to the bar. Your hands are connected to your elbows. Just make your elbows go straight down. Your funny bones touch the platform behind you, and the bar is going to fall straight down in the right slot. If this is still confusing, then I want you to take your hand before you actually do your set and poke right in between your nipples, and then that tactile cue that you just gave yourself, just ride the bar straight down and touch that spot.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, strength coach UA. Sick.
Who's that? Is there a strength coach in the UK?
Yeah, we got one. Well, there's Carl Ragavan.
And then, Byron, one of the newer ones.
Oh, it's Byron. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
Byron.
Chase, have you seen Carl in person?
Yeah.
I think
He's one of
that's
my
my
good
goal
friends.
physique. That's
Dude,
my
he is
goal
a
physique.
thick
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. I think I
He's
just
a
need to cut
gorilla.
off my shins. I'll do like the shin replacement thing where I just put my feet right in the bottom of my knees and then
Yeah.
gain 60 pounds. I think he's the archetype for what men should be.
Yeah, dude.
Just unironically 5'1" and then probably 250.
He's a thick bastard.
He is indeed a thickums. Okay.
This guy's been taking
Powerlifting
more
squat.
seriously. He says, I've been taking powerlifting more seriously over the past 6 months.
Please
Appreciate
stop.
any tips.
Man. All right, how would you fix this wayward powerlifter? Anybody?
Man, it's just sitting back into the hips, actually getting a good hold of the bar. So, like right now, I'm kind of getting like PTSD. You remember that kid who like snapped his radius and ulna because he's fucking
it just
yeah
backwards. That's
exactly
awesome.
like I'm kind of getting some vibes from that. So if you actually like put your elbows up higher and your hand properly on the bar, like this is gonna help with how you lean over and getting the bar to balance where it needs to be. Because right now at the very bottom, you're just kind of drifting forward and you're getting on your toes. It needs to be the opposite, where you're loading your heels a little bit, your ass is going back, so that the bar can fall straight down.
Yeah, this is another thing where like people will attempt to mimic powerlifters without understanding why they do the things they do. So this gentleman has the bar probably 1.5 inches too low as compared to what we would recommend. People in powerlifting do that to shorten the torso as much as they can. Some people can get away with it. He may not be able to get away with it. He certainly doesn't have the years of squatting to make that technique effective for him, to put the bar. Because Ed Cohn was famous for having the bar almost at the bottom of his posterior delts, whereas most people have them at the top of the posterior delt. There are actually some rules about how low you can put the bar specifically for this reason. And then what ends up happening is that he's only focused on back extension. He's focused on keeping his chest up, and then he doesn't bend his knees, and he ends up squatting 6 inches high. So just learn the standard low bar squat, squeeze your abs, let yourself lean over, let your knees close, keep the squat being a leg movement. Oh, this is an amazing exchange. Power cleans. So, Chase, you said on Ray's show you had a 31-inch vertical?
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you checked on that?
So how the 31 came about, there was a video of like this was a few years ago of it was Rip at like an Arizona seminar, and someone asked him like what my vertical was, and he's like, oh, Chase Drum's like a 26, and And I told him, I was like, Rip, that's wrong. Like I've jumped way higher than that. So we got out the Vertec that he keeps at the gym, and I jumped to 31. And he's like, who the fuck told you? Said that you jumped to 26. I'm like, I don't know, was it Nick or someone? But that was again a few years ago. And then the last time I really jumped and like actually for distance and stuff, I don't know, like a few months ago or like half a year ago, somewhere like around there, just fucking around.
You guys should just keep retesting the vertical, man. Get your squat to 7 bills and then be like, I wonder how I can jump now. We got a question.
We do.
From NP, the number one cue you would give to someone squatting with a safety bar. For me, the big thing, I have a few guys using safety bars. They're either like post-shoulder injury or they have like some neck problems. The big thing is going to be handle management. If you don't manage the handles, the safety bar is just way harder than a normal squat. So what you have to do literally most of the time is physically push up on the handles. Some people say you're supposed to pull them down, but what ends up happening is the bar ends up cranking your head down. So you still want to be able to keep that good thoracic extension, and a lot of what that is pushing the handles up. Your goal is to try to mimic the mechanics of a normal squat the best you can with this other implement. That's kind of the tricky part, and that comes down to managing the handles. Yeah. Keith the Woodwright said Mick is having bandwidth issues, so in order for him to stream the Reddit, we prevent you from looking at his beautiful face. Mick, do you guys have, or excuse me, Chase, do you guys have safety bars at the franchises?
We do. Right now, I think we have one in the gym that's like 35 pounds. We had one that was like 65 or something that was really heavy, especially for the people that were using it. So we got this cheaper one, and man, it's awesome. And you can also do kind of the trick of using straps and kind of just looping it around the bar and holding it, kind of like a makeshift safety bar. That helps a lot too. It's just not as stable as an actual like solid piece of equipment.
Yeah, the 35-pound safety bar, excellent purchase for gyms, truly. All right, so this guy's named Unable Class 230.
Anything wrong? Comment.
Yes. You want to take this one, Chase? Do you want me to do
it? No, I'll handle it. So right here, he's way on his toes at the bottom, and his knees just keep going forward. He's gonna have to stop his knees like halfway through this or a little bit earlier, and then again think about loading his heels, finding the midfoot, and sitting back.
Yeah, I think the stance may be too wide as well. I think that's damn, half the reason I watch is for Mick. Look, it's easy, Chase.
It's probably for your sweatiness, man.
Easy, Chase. Yeah, I think this guy's his stance is a little bit. This may actually be too wide for him. I would consider pulling this in, see if that would help. But yeah, that's all the big stuff. Shedding the hips back, just like Chase was saying. Not as anywhere near as bad as I expected, for reference.
No.
Do you preach the gospel of starting strength? How do you do it without sounding preachy?
Ugh, this is a good question.
Well, let's see what we got. Make friends. Okay, nah, that's way too hard. I don't want to talk to people.
No.
Yeah, I've said that before. Yeah, so this is, I think, the first time I'm on the face agreeing with The Apprentice. He said people usually don't mind unsolicited friendship. That is very true. I remember saying that quite some time ago. Yeah, people like talking to people. People like talking about themselves. Be a good role model for people. Like, imagine if Chase went to a powerlifting gym and then just was kind of casually doing all the things that he does. He wouldn't have to preach SS. People would ask him what's going on.
Yeah. I had a good comment here. I didn't get upvoted at all. That sucks.
Oh, you didn't get any updates on the internet?
No, that's the only reason I post. Like, I need those. It's my addiction.
It's a shame.
All right, let's keep rolling along. Strength is weird. Deadlift PR. 103 upvotes.
Oh, this is the press girl. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
I just love how our presses
be
are
on-
so fucked up, but our deadlift is like totally fine.
Yeah, deadlift pretty fine. It drifts backwards, you know, starting with the hips a little bit too low, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, not
Probably
everybody's
just
meant
kick
to
those out a
press.
little bit too. Yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can't all be little chases running around.
Deadlift PR. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
If the barbell moves, Alan Thrall comes to your house and puts beard hairs in your oatmeal. Okay. Congrats on the PR. All right, cool. All right, well, anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I think that's. I have no
Had enough
parting
of Reddit.
shots for Natalie. Are we
No,
done with
just
Reddit
keep
for the
at it.
day?
I think so. I've had enough. It's too good.
Oh, hold on,
It's just, you know, you want to
Mick,
have
turn your
another
video
look?
back on so you're not as
No, I'm
just
actually quite
circular
liking
M.
not seeing myself.
You're just a talking M.
Oh man.
Do you want to keep going through Reddit?
Pull up Chase's Instagram. See what's going on with Chase's Instagram.
No, I checked.
Nothing,
There's
dude.
nothing going on.
Chase, how many times do I have to yell at you about this?
Also, hold on. Look, this week I need to post this. What did I did yesterday? So I'm kind of going through like some volume blocks. I did. It was a snatch for a 5x2. I think I hit that at like 110, and then I
Mhm.
did some block cleans that were at about below or above my knee rather for a 3x3 that was at 140, and then I was running out of time, but then I did some squats at a 3x8 for like 455. Today I did some block snatches for a 3x3 at 120. I was pretty happy about those. Still the same height above my knee, and then
Mhm.
I did a 4x2 off the floor for cleans at 145, and then some push press. I did that at 155 for a 3x3.
So
And then
the
front
load. I'm
squats.
sorry to interrupt. But the load that you're choosing for this, does it modulate? Is it a little bit flexible on the day? Are you saying, hey, I'm aiming for, let's say, between 105
Yeah,
and
a little bit.
115 on my snatch?
Mhm.
Okay, so
Mhm.
you're going in with a pretty decent idea, or are you going in with like a specific number?
Yeah, I kind of both, right? So I'm trying to make at least like a 2 kg increase, or me, I'm kind of just a dumbass and I'll go up like 5 kgs thinking like, oh, look, it's just 5 pounds, but it's
Right.
not, it's 5 kg.
Mhm.
To be a little bit smarter, yeah, I just need to come up with just like a 2 kg increase the next time that I'm doing that movement for the first part of the week. And then the later part of the week, I'm more focused on just trying to push the intensity, making sure that I'm kind of almost PRing or getting pretty damn close to it.
Okay, so on the non-Olympic lifts, let's say that squat, the 3x8 at 455 you did you go
Mhm.
in like penciled in 455, or are you saying, hey, I'm just going to hit something that feels like decently for decent rates?
So last week was my first start of the cycle. Um, I was pretty sore, kind of, and just kind of beat up going
Mhm.
into it. So I was like, you know what, let's just try to go a little bit more conservative. And I'm doing this for my knees because my knees are kind of a little bit getting some quad tendonitis. So I started at 445. That kind of felt like a good number to start at, and just the weight. And then I was like, man, that was kind of easy as I was going through it, and I started warming up. And then I adapted to the volume. So I was like, you know, let's just make a 10-pound jump.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, so that's basically what intermediate training decisions look like and advanced training decisions,
Yeah.
That cool rock. There we go. It happened. Did you want to show us the single, Mick? Mick, we can't hear you. I think you muted yourself.
Hey, sorry. No, we're in Reddit form checks now. We're outside of starting strength, so I just wanted to see how much awesome stuff we could find.
That's a gym deadlift, man. This is an LA Fitness deadlift.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what you'll see. Yeah, follow the video.
Go.
Oh, here we go. A little sumo.
Hell yeah, dude. Just grip and rip it. Fuck yeah.
Just
Yeah,
grip and
man.
rip, dude. I love when people post singles that are like very clearly like an 80% load, and it's like, what are we supposed to do with this? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, look at this thing I could have done for a set of 5.
Did you just do that
This
in
isn't
a
that
Trump
bad.
voice?
He straightens his back a little bit, pulls it, looks
Mhm.
around. Do you like
Make
to look
sure that
around at the
hot
top of your
kick
deadlifts?
No, because I don't have really anything to look at. Like I don't have no chick that I'm trying to impress or anything like that.
Not even Phoebe?
No, she doesn't give a fuck.
No.
And what's the point of getting so strong, Chase, if it's not to impress a girl?
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. I thought, with strength this would come some babes and stuff, but no,
Yeah.
dude, it's just all guys. I
Mhm.
don't like that
And
shit.
it is. I thought that about music as well. I'm starting to think
Man,
it might
what
just be
are-
me. It might just be me.
What are women interested in? This is truly that should be the
I don't
next
know.
podcast. Yeah. I'll ask my wife. Chase can ask Phoebe. Mick, you can ask. Mick, you can call
Ask
your
my
mom.
mum.
Zoom
I'll
your
ask my
mom in.
mum, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying these. Just seeing the hideous condition people have to lift in. All right. That was just,
Yeah, not all of us have private balconies, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
I'm never ever going back to a commercial gym.
Alex, did you see that that guy who was he had like a sumo stance clean that he did at a competition?
In strongman,
that's going
was he
around?
doing like
No,
a
no,
belt
no.
clean?
It was an actual like Olympic competition. So he started off with his hands inside of his shins and like a shitty like dropped hip position sumo, and he cleaned that shit, and it just looks so wrong. And
Was it a successful clean?
yeah,
How heavy was it?
I forgot. It was like, I want to say like around like 170 or 160.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I mean, I guess. Hey, if you can do it. I'm assuming that any Chinese person in the audience just vomited immediately from their strong weightlifting culture. Was like, this is an offense to our communist weightlifting, and then immediately done. Hey man, technique doesn't matter. All good. Keep going.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Comment. What is that comment going to be? Oh, it's not.
Technique doesn't matter, man. It just doesn't matter.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really. Everybody's just shilling that Alan Thrall video, but it's like it's just the starting strength deadlift setup. But instead of 1 inch, he says 1 to 2 inches. That's it. 1 to 2. That
Do
is the
4 reps
pissiest
instead of
thing.
5.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
This is what I'm picturing that clean looking like, Chase.
Do you remember the guy's name, Chase?
No, I don't remember. Just type in like YouTube, like sumo clean or some shit like that, and he may pop up.
I'm gonna do this on a separate tab.
See if I can find it.
The dude had like glasses on. Fuck, what? I forgot like the singlet that he was wearing, but it may have been like a YouTube short too.
And it was a powerlifting comp, was it?
Oh my god!
No,
is it a
This
Chinese?
is amazing. I
Is it a
found
Chinese?
it.
Alex, did you find it?
Yeah,
I don't know his nationality.
I'm seeing a
It's the wrong nationality.
It's the wrong nationality.
He misses the jerk.
Yeah, but his
Mick,
clean
could
was
you-
it was like his
Crazy.
fucking elbows were super down. Oh, it was nasty. Yes.
Dude, the audience is just hyped up over that. Being like, what the fuck are we looking at? Dude, he is on your way to steal your bitch. Yeah, so he's from RSA. What country is RSA?
That's
Is it
South Africa.
Africa? Yeah, what's the R for?
Oh, look at his elbows.
Republic of
Oh,
South Africa.
I didn't know they were a republic. That's cool. But yeah, I think I'm going to start sumo cleaning now, Chase. You've inspired me. I'm going to get back into the Olympic lifts, start sumo cleaning.
Hell yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. Imagine
Cool.
doing that at the seminar.
The
Immediately
hey rep
shot.
came up with a new day. Yeah, a new way to
Immediately.
power clean.
Can we put this in the book? Oh my god. Sumo clean pull. Okay, that's just a high pull. They're doing sumo deadlifts for
Fuck
training.
that, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got to jerk it,
Fuck
dude.
that commie. Yeah, just
Yeah, you got to
get
get
him
that
off the
shit
screen.
all the way up.
Yeah.
Chase, when are you going to start adopting the open mouth deadlifting? The open
I don't
mouth
know,
cleaning,
I don't
where
think
you
I'm
just try to suck something.
I'm not that advanced yet in my Olympic journey. Give me a few more months.
Okay, so whenever you can clean whenever you're jerking 200 easy, what's your jerk at right now?
It's probably like in the realm of like 180s, 190.
Okay, so as soon as you hit 200, it's shirtless training, mouth open, buzz cut, and just dumplings, eating dumplings
Hell
all day,
yeah.
24/7.
What was Rip's thing when he went to see the Chinese coach? What was he? He wrote it
The
all
ice,
down.
the
like
ball
Every
the
icing.
fish head.
fish head and
so-
rice. It's like
Yes.
morning meal, fish head and rice. Afternoon meal,
Yeah.
fish head and rice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Speaking of, by the way, that's something that I've been getting into on YouTube this past week. I've just been watching like
The
fucked
fish
up
heads?
fucked up food journalism from China about just the craziest shit they put in food to like reduce food costs. It is insane. There's like
What's
so
some of
many
them?
where it's like a lot of dumpling filling for a while was like cardboard that they were just kind of shredding up and putting into dumpling
Oh
filling.
my god.
Just because it's like a paste that's flavored, it's like, let's say, if it's like you're making 100 pounds of dumpling filling, you put in 4 pounds of cardboard and increases the volume, and
Jesus
then nobody
Christ.
knows. There was a lot about baby milk that had, or like baby formula that had like some types of like lead and other chemicals in it to make it cheaper. That was just fucking up babies.
That just makes
the other
the
good
kids
one.
stronger, doesn't it?
Hey, it makes them very Chinese. That's what happens.
Yeah.
But the other one was gutter oil, about how in the Chinese sewer system there are people who skim off the amount of oil on the top that comes out, and then they refine the oil. Yeah, there we go. Dodds is all over this. Yeah, me and my boy Dodds talking about gutter oil together.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no, go look it up. It is just the sickest. It is the coolest shit you'll ever see. You'll just want to go to China.
So if I start
immediately.
using gutter oil, will I like be able to snatch like 175 like Lou or some shit?
I think that's it,
what's
dude.
the
I think
protein
that's it.
content of it. Has it got a lot of protein in it?
Oh, they were talking about the profit margins. Apparently, the profit margins for gutter oil, because you are getting it for free. You are pulling oil out of the wastewater system. So, like, capital investment very low. The profit margins are excellent. Excellent.
You got to pay someone
So-
to go into the sewers and scoop it up, though.
Yeah, there's
Is
just
that
a bunch of
$12?
videos. There's a bunch of videos of like basically just like good Samaritans like holding their cell phone, being like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And it's like a dude with a 5-gallon bucket just like scooping oil out of the sewer, and he's like,
Jesus
"What are you gonna
Christ.
do about it?" It's awesome.
He's driving a BMW.
Oh man, no, but highly recommend looking into Chinese food scandals. They're wonderful. They're very fun topics to get into.
I'll never eat again if I watch any of those things. I just don't want to know. I don't want to know if there's gutter oil or cardboard or kangaroo tails or whatever the hell they're using.
I think Texans and the Oklahomans have it right. There's just a farm. You know a guy who has a cow. You buy the cow from the guy.
Yep.
That's it.
Just
What more can you want?
There you go.
Slaughtering
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're just about out of time for the week. Thanks a lot, boys. Chase, where can people find you if they want to talk about your
me or
impressive
whatever the fuck.
biceps, or carbs, or any of your body parts, really?
Any body parts. All right. It's Instagram Chase Lindley.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And starting strengths, OKC.
Yep. You just get on our website and stop by the gym, and I'll be there.
What is the website address?
It is okc.ssgyms.com.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to know, but well done. You
There you
passed.
go. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, well done.
You
Alex,
guys got to
Alex,
watch.
what you got?
You guys got to watch Chase's interview with Ray. It was a good interview.
Please don't.
I enjoyed
I
it.
fucking suck at interviewing.
He didn't. No, it was a good interview. I enjoyed it. Chase is it's the exact same setup that we see here, but Chase is a little bit more.
Yeah.
He's standing up a little bit more. He's like, I
was a little bit more presented. I'm not as late. Yeah, this is very laid back and this is casual, but
yeah,
that was very professional in that video.
I was very professional. I was hoping you would see the interview and you just have like a tie on or something, just a t-shirt and a tie, polo shirt, something like that on. But yeah, go check out. Go drop some comments for the algorithm on Chase's interview.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, you can find me links down below for the. Sarah Braswell in the chat. Chase, direct evidence over there that the interview was good.
Thank you,
Sarah. Finally, a
My
lady.
life is complete now that Sarah said that I did okay.
Yeah, now he's happy.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can find me the links below. I'm moving to DC soon, so anybody in the DC area who needs some coaching, let me know. I'll be there in like the next 2 weeks, and I'll be in Orlando next week.
Biden? Can you coach Joe Biden how to
that would be pretty sick. You know what? You know what I was thinking? I was like, imagine if Trump just spent the past 4 years just doing push-ups, doing some pull-ups. He got liposuction. He just started just running. Whole Rocky story. He would win 90% of the vote.
He would.
If he just came back just in like a tank top, he was like, "Hey everybody, I'm back and I'm jacked now." Right. That would be the best. That would be the best.
You've talked about Trump quite a lot on this stream, to be honest. Like it's
a Trumpian.
Time you mentioned him.
It's an alt-right barbell podcast. That's what I tell everybody. People are like, "What are you doing on this stream?"
What's that?
We got to take this one, surely. We got to take this one.
All right, so he's like 80. Chase, have you worked with an 80-year-old man before?
I think once or twice, yeah.
Okay, so, what do you think you could get Biden to?
I can let him comfortably go to the bathroom by himself and not get stuck on the fucking toilet, or ask the security detail to wipe his ass. Yeah. That and not fall over as he's trying to put dishware back into the cabinetry type shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could probably get him up to a solid 85-pound squat, I believe. I think.
I bet he could.
Easy. Pinecone. So I'll be up there in 3 weeks officially. I'm here for 1 more week in Virginia Beach. Then I'm on vacation in Orlando. I'm hanging out with Pete Trupos. We're going to take some shirtless photos together, and then I'm up to DC. So yeah, shoot me an email, man. We'll get together and do some coaching.
Get Pete in the stream.
Do you think Pete would do the stream, Chase?
I think he would.
I don't know, man. He'd bring an awesome dynamic to it. He's a great guy. But
yeah, he's very reclusive, though. I think he may not want to be in the spotlight. But yeah, I think that's it for the week, boys.
It is. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all.